Today I'm 18 weeks and 5 days pregnant, and I'm doing an upper body workout. We'll be hitting a little bit of the chest, the back, shoulders, biceps, and triceps in superset format. So I'm really looking forward to this workout and going through it with you guys. So let's get started. For the first superset, I'm targeting my chest, doing chest press followed by chest flies. And I'm modifying this by just putting my bench at an incline, but you can certainly just lay flat on the bench here for these two. You want to come all the way down to when your arms are at a 90-degree angle and then push up and squeeze those chest muscles. For the chest flies, you want to come out nice and big with a very slight bend in your elbows. So this one kind of looks like you're giving a hug to someone. And you want to focus on squeezing those chest muscles at the top, just like with the chest press. And if you struggle to really feel this one in your chest, one thing that you can do is turn your pinkies in slightly at the top of each rep. That will increase that activation and engagement in your chest muscles. For the next superset, we're going to be working on our shoulders a little bit, so I'm just doing traditional seated shoulder press here. And I'm focusing on doing about 8 reps, and then I'm going to superset that with seated lateral raises. Now you can also do those standing, and you'll see me doing both seated and standing in the next clip. But if you can do them seated, I would encourage that, because it really requires you to focus a lot more on using the shoulder to bring the weights up to the side. Whereas when you're standing, it's a lot easier to use momentum and sway back and forth. At least that's what I've found from my experience. Whether you're doing these seated or standing, however, it's important to keep good form, to not sway back and forth too much or rock back and forth too much. And you can also slightly point your pinky towards the ceiling at the top of each rep. That will increase engagement in those lateral delts, and you can slow this down on the way down also for added challenge and time under tension. For the third superset, I'm focusing on my back. I'm doing alternating dumbbell rows followed by back flies. Now for these today, I decided to place the dumbbells on a bench for added support for my back. And this also allows me to focus on core engagement even more. But you can certainly do these without the bench there. We're alternating, doing 8 reps per arm. Make sure to really pull back the weight and squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top before coming down. Now for the back flies, you want to make sure you're not coming straight out to the side. This is not a lateral raise. You want to focus on coming back and squeezing your shoulder blades together. And maintain that slight bend in your arms as well. So here is a side angle of this. You can see how I'm pulling the weights back behind me towards the back of me and squeezing those shoulder blades together. So this is our final superset of the workout, and we'll be working biceps and triceps. So I'm doing seated hammer curls, nice and slow and controlled here, for about 10 to 12 reps. And then from there, I'm going to go into overhead dumbbell tricep extensions. Now you can do these standing as well, but again, just like with the lateral raises, sometimes I like to do these seated because it forces me to rely less on momentum to bring the weight up, especially as my arms start to fatigue. For these, I usually hold the dumbbell in a vertical position with both hands at one end of the dumbbell, but today I decided to switch up the grip a little bit and do a wider grip here. You still want to focus on not moving your elbows around too much, feeling that stretch in the triceps, and then pushing and squeezing at the top. You can try to do a slow and controlled tempo on these also to increase time under tension. I hope you guys really enjoyed this workout. So this workout is pregnancy safe. Really the only modifications that I did was for my chest press and chest fly, I put my bench at an incline instead of lying all the way flat. And also for those bench rows, I did that just to have a little bit of extra support for my back and really focus on engaging my core and focusing on that mind-muscle connection in my back a little bit more. So those are just some modifications that I did, but overall this workout is pregnancy safe. But as always, if you are pregnant, listen to your body and stop and exercise or modify it if you need to. Please like this video and subscribe if you'd like to see more workouts like this in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.